Hey guys, Mr. Letourneau here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of our new learning management system, aka just school website, right? Called eKadence. Now, for those of you guys who are returning as eighth graders, you're probably used to, you guys are pros at Schoology. Well, we got a curveball for you. It's changing to eKadence. So, unfortunately, and for seventh graders, this is probably completely new to you because I'm sure your school district didn't use Schoology or eKadence, but don't worry. Oftentimes when we're using new technology or really anything new in learning, it can kind of feel overwhelming. Like you're this little kid and this new thing we're using might feel like it's this ball. So you feel that it's really overwhelming and that was too powerful, right? But just like anything new, it might be hard at first. Next time you do it, it's way easier, and then pretty soon it's like nothing, right? So then you'll go ahead and be powering up and become more and more powerful until you're just like this guy. You're just like Goku, like fully powered up. So I want to give you this quick overview of eKadence, so just give me one moment. All right, guys, so this is going to be what you're going to see on eKadence once you log in. And we're going to show you how to log in a little bit later, but it's super easy. It's literally like a one button thing. It's a one click. So for those of you guys who are returning who are eighth graders, it's even easier than it was to log into Schoology, which is nice. So when you log into eKadence, it's just going to be this one click, and it's going to take you to this dashboards. This is kind of our first kind of main page you go to, and I just wanted to kind of explain some things about it. Uh, First off, you're going to have all your classes listed over here. So you'll have all your periods for those teachers that are using eKadence. It's probably going to be all of them, so this will probably be full with like 7 different classes to click on. So that's one way you can get to those classes. Another way is this is a drop-down menu up here. So you can go ahead and click on that and choose your class. Also, on this dashboard, there's this announcement section, so you might get some announcements from your teachers. Over here to the right, there's going to be a list of like any tasks that are coming up. So, and again, if you're returning eighth grader, this is a little bit more organized, I think, on eKadence than it was on Schoology, so that's nice. And then also a calendar where you can actually see what you have due. You can click on it to get to the assignments as well. As long as it is linked, and if they're not, we'll show you guys how to link those later, so don't worry. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys one of my classes that I've already kind of started working on. So just give me just a second to switch over here. All right, guys, so here we go, and I'm, I'm showing you guys this from the student view, so hopefully it's exactly the same, but this is going to be my English class. And so you have on the left side here is one way you can sort of navigate through things. We've got our home page, and then any announcements that you might get from your teachers will be here. So like I said here, it says, you guys are awesome, don't stress, just do your best. And your teachers could also attach maybe like a video that they might want you to watch, some audio instructions that they might have made, or some written instructions. So I don't know if it'll come up. Mine's silly. It's just a, you can do it from the Water Boy from Bobby Boucher. Um, and next up is modules. So our modules, it sounds kind of confusing, but really it's just kind of like folders, right? So for those of you guys who are returning, it's just kind of like what our weekly folders would be. And so I'll kind of scroll down here, and it might be slightly different for some of your other teachers, but the way I'm going to organize it, and you might see many other people organizing it, is they might organize these modules by week. So here's work for the week of 8/23. So if I just click on it here, it'll actually open up. So it's basically kind of like opening up the folder. And these are sort of all the different files inside, okay? So again, this is something you might see. Your teachers might give you like an agenda for that week that you can click on. There might be some attachments they want you to see, things like that. Let me show you. Or they might even link some videos that you can click on and it'll open up a video for something. It's like, so for example, let me open up this weekly agenda from the week of 8:30. Okay. And it might just be kind of a brief rundown. So if you just want to see at a glance like what's happening in that class for that week, you might have something like that. So as you guys can see, you might have some assignments that you could do on here that your teachers might have linked on here. You might also have links to other videos, might have some website links like for our online textbook. Then there's also, you might have some discussions. We have an online discussion posts on here, which again is familiar for you guys who are used to Schoology. So that's one way to navigate. I can use these folders, these modules, right? Also, on this left side here, as I kind of mentioned before, I can also get to all of these things like my assignments by clicking on the left side. So I clicked on the assignment. I got a couple assignments in there that you could then start from here. Okay. We've got discussions over here that you could start on. And then also assessments, which might be some like quizzes or some tests. Okay. So I hope you guys feel a little better after this was done. I hope you don't feel like that little kid still when the ball hit him. Even if you're still a little apprehensive and you're like, oh, this seems like, too much. I don't know what's going on. Don't worry. This is just kind of the first step. We wanted to just kind of show you guys how everything's laid out. Later on, we'll actually have you guys log in, have you guys kind of try to navigate on your own and practice. And don't worry, it's all going to be kind of like baby steps until you're at the point where you're walking and then running. And this will seem super easy. So don't worry. All right, so thanks, guys. So I hope I helped you in some way feel a little less confused about this whole eKadence stuff. But don't worry, if you're still a little bit going, what? Don't worry, we're going to kind of work through eKadence with you guys in your English classes as well as your other classes. And it won't be something that we just expect you to be experts at right away. It's a learning process, definitely, and you'll be fine. All right, so have a great rest of your week, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.